will come to the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which I know you are an expert there, because by your bio, it seems from the beginning you have been there, and so you see everything. But Your Excellency, let me take you back a little bit. You've mentioned very interesting, issues. The issue of investment, taxes, youth unemployment. Now, in your earlier statement, you indicated that one of the things you are doing is to ensure that students who are coming out of our universities will be employable. But Your Excellency, I don't know if you are aware of the statistics now, in Africa now, the unemployment rate, particularly for graduates of universities, are on the rise. Now, so my question is, everything we are talking about seems to be we will do, we will do, we will do. What practical steps is the African Union Commission taking in support of individual member states to address this issue of youth unemployment of our graduates? We are not even the majority of those who can't even climb to the tertiary level, the GVET, the vocational institutions, and all of that. It used to be only dropouts go to do vocational institutions and all of that. We have not addressed those matters now. So unemployment is on the rise. So all the hope that you are giving us, my question is, what practical steps? I mean, I would really love to talk to the person in charge of the youth development.
Yes, you do that. But,
yes, but what practical steps?
From our point of view.
Yes.
From our point of view, there are two key programs focused on youth empowerment and, to some extent, women empowerment. The first one is the African Youth Startup Program. And we have teamed up with our colleagues in the African E-Trade Group to ensure that we create conditions which are appropriate for the emergence of startups across Africa. The first step is legislation. Very few of our member states have legislation for youth startups. Not too long ago, we had a meeting down here where we said we needed to really enhance awareness so that as many of our member states as possible are able to come up with the legislation, which is going to really provide a number of issues. But the first one is to say what incentives are there. And I've recommended, it's yet to go to the ministers, I've recommended that when it goes to the ministers, each African country should commit that 1.5% of its GDP would be devoted to youth startups. Why do I say so? Yes. Why I say so is that quite a number of our young people have got good ideas. Now, when it comes to issue of access to finance, that's where the roadblock comes.
Absolutely. And
some of the rates are as high as 25% or more.
Absolutely.
But if you do a comparative analysis across the world, you find that what has driven youth startups or startups in general is access to zero interest financing. Yes. Zero interest financing. Absolutely. And when the governments undertake zero interest financing, they are aware that others will succeed. Right. Others may not succeed.
It's always like that.
But those who succeed, they are able now to go to the next phase, Absolutely. Which is initial public offering.
Yes.
Where they put their enterprises on the stock market and they merge as big companies. Right. We are working on that one, trying to come up with the mainstreamed youth startup legislation across Africa, which will be harmonized so that it will be not be competing in offering incentives to would-be investors. Then the other one is the small and medium enterprise strategy, where we recognize that the starting point is to promote the emergence of micro, small, and medium enterprises. Now, when you look again around the world, the largest source of employment are the micro, small, and medium enterprises. So if you want to address the issue of youth unemployment, first startups, then micro, small, and medium enterprise, invest in those. There are a number of issues that needed to be handled, one of which is capacity building. A lot of our entrepreneurs need lots of training, technical skills and other operational skills,
And mindset.
including simple things like bookkeeping. I know of small entrepreneurs. They don't know how to maintain books of account. Now, when they go to the bank to say, I need to expand my business, the question they asked is, let's look at your books account. I said, what is that? Yeah, so all that needs to be factored into. Once we have achieved that, then we should be able to really create a new environment. Now, when it comes to access to finance, again, we've teamed up with a social enterprise, again, the Africa E-Trade, to come up with the Strategic Investment Alliance, where we can facilitate very low investments to be supported by financial institutions with minimum risk. So those are the measures that we're undertaking to address the issue of youth unemployment at our level.